Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a tutorial on this makeup look right here. This is a brand focused makeup tutorial, which means that I primarily just use products from one of the newer lines Sephora is carrying called Milk Cosmetics. So Milk Cosmetics is kind of a little more of like an innovative, funky, young cosmetics line that has different kinds of products. So I just wanted to pick up a bunch of the products and really test them out and show you guys how they work, because I know that there is a lot of curiosity surrounding this brand. So that's what I'm doing in this video for you guys. I will have a separate video review where I kind of break down in detail all the products and what I really think about them and whether they're worth it or not. But for now, let's just get right into the tutorial. So I'm gonna start off with the face mist. You can apply it to your normal bare skin or you can apply it over makeup. I'm gonna just go ahead and use this as my primer and my setting spray because this line doesn't necessarily come with a specific primer. Next, I'm gonna go in with the concealer. I have mine in the shade medium. I couldn't get a hold of the face foundation. My shade is literally just always sold out. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of use this a little more liberally as my all over foundation. So I'm just gonna twist it up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stripe this all over my face. Just in any area that I feel like I need concealing, redness, issues. And then I'm just going to use my fingers to blend out because this product line, it's meant to be used with your fingers. So I'm just going to tap that over any acne. And I have most of my redness on my cheeks, so I'm just going to make sure that I have a decent amount over there and on my nose. It's a decent match, but it is a little light. So now I'm going to go in with the bronzer. This is the matte bronzer. It comes in one shade, Baked. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of warm up and even out my skin tone with this. And I'm also kind of contouring with this, just very slightly. I'm going to go ahead and just use my fingers and gently blend all that in. These products are all primarily supposed to be used with your fingers because that's what helps that melting technology really kick into gear. But you can see that these really blend out so well just from using your fingers. And they give you a really pretty, very natural skin finish. Whenever you use products with your hand, actually, you never want to be really aggressive and drag everything. Use tapping motions. If you use swiping motions, kind of make them short and quick because you'll have more control and you also won't get streaky. I want a subtle contour, but I still want a contour. I'm just gonna blend out any excess. And that's the bronzer stick. I'm gonna go in with the blush oil. I have mine in the shade Ripe. I'm not gonna apply too much because I'm gonna go in with another cheek product. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and dab that out. So I'm basically just applying it onto the apples of my cheeks, and then wherever I would normally apply blush, I like to bring my blush all the way back to my hairline. And then with just my other fingers, I'm just gonna tap everything to blend it out. So this is the effect of the blush oil. If you want something a little bit more intense, there is a lip and cheek rollerball stick thing that looks almost exactly like the bronzer, and I have mine in the shade Rally. I'm concentrating this more towards the back of the cheeks, and then you can keep adding for whatever intensity that you want. This Rally shade is really pretty. It's like a mauve and it has a little bit of a sheen shimmer. I'm actually going to go back in with the bronzer stick and I'm just going to add a little bit of it to kind of tone the pink down. So I'm primarily going to focus it on the apples of my cheeks a little bit and then right underneath like the higher part of my cheekbone. Just wipe your fingers off before you switch colors when working with your fingers on cream products because you want to make sure that your colors are coming out true and you're not looking muddy. I picked up 2 of the cream eyeshadows. I got the first one in Silent Disco and then Peep Show. Peep Show online, it says that it's a rose gold. It's really not. It's more like a deep silver. Silent Disco is more of like a chocolatey, purpley brown. I'm gonna go ahead first with Peep Show and I'm just gonna pop this all over my lid. I really love these. They are so intense and glittery and metallic. And I'm actually gonna use a brush. This also you're supposed to apply with your fingertips and it says that specifically like on the packaging, but thanks to my lovely claws I can't exactly do that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and go back in and just lightly tap over whatever I can reach. And you can tell that this is really not a rose gold at all. This is like a straight, like, silver. I want this to kind of be a simpler look. I'm actually just going to bump up the intensity on this side to match the other eye just a little bit. I'm just going to blend this kind of up into the crease slightly. That way it just looks kind of blended out. I'm just going to take a tiny bit and pop this onto the inner corners. I'm gonna go in with Silent Disco and I'm actually gonna use this more as my liner. I'm just gonna make kind of a messy, smudged out line. And to do this, because lining your eyes with your fingers is a little bit difficult, I'm gonna just squeeze a little bit of this out onto my hand. And then I'm gonna go ahead with just the same brush because I kind of want that undone look, so I don't care if it mixes. And I'm just gonna smudge it out on my lash line. I'm just gonna flick that up. I don't know what it is, but something about this whole blending and using my fingers and stuff, like I want my eyeshadow to just look messy. I'm gonna take my finger and just lightly rub over it just to blend it into that Peep Show shade we already have down. And of course, this is just the way I'm doing it. You can build it up, you can make this really precise, but for this look, this is just kind of what it's turning into for me. Oh, and to do all of this, I'm using a Sigma Cream Color E58 brush. And I'm gonna just go in and be a little more precise with the wing. I kind of want it to be darkest on this outer edge. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye, making sure they're even. You just want to make sure that you work at it until it's even. I'm just going to take a tiny bit and just run this underneath. This is how long wearing these eyeshadows are. So just make sure when you're working with it, you have to work a little bit quickly because they do definitely like dry. I'm just gonna pop on some of the Hero Salve. This is basically just a really intense conditioning balm so that my lips are kind of moisturized for my product. And this stuff literally smells like spa. It's so good. For the brows, I am using the Gel Brow in the shade Pilsner. It has a spoolie on the other side, and I'm just gonna fill my brows in. I'm just going to spray my face down. For my lashes, I am going to use a couple non-milk products. I'm going to use my Cils Booster XL from Lancome. This is just my eyelash primer. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of the IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes. Now, Milk Cosmetics does not offer a setting powder, but they have like a rolling blotting paper. But because I have kind of normal leaning on oily skin, I'm gonna go ahead and just set just my T-zone and under my eyes a little bit with my Minerals BareSkin powder in medium. And for this, I'm just gonna use an e.l.f. blush brush. Pat that under the eyes a tiny bit. I'm really using the tiniest bit. This powder is super, super thin. So it's just gonna help keep me kind of matte and also prevent the oil from moving my makeup around a little too much throughout the day. For my lashes, I'm using the House of Lashes Temptress Wispy. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop them on. Now that I have my falsies on, I'm just gonna pop a little bit of mascara onto my lower lashes. And I'm not doing too much on my lower lashes just because I want most of the drama up on my eyeshadow and the wing. The last part we have is the lips. So I'm going to share 3 lip options with you guys. The first one I have is the Milk Lip Stain. It comes in this kind of a jelly tube. I have mine in the shade Vibes. So this is going to be the most natural looking lip option. It's really lightweight. It almost feels like just a normal oil that you've just tapped onto your lips, but it is going to give your lips that flush without a full coverage finish. So you are going to be able to see your lips, but you get a little bit of that color, and it does stain in this shade. After just applying it, I've rubbed it off with a tissue, and this is still the stain you get. I think this is really pretty. It's like a bright flushed pink, and it's a little more blue based. I think it's super feminine. If a lip stain is not really up your alley, then you can opt for the Balm tint. I have mine in the shade Realish. It's a really pretty mauve-y nude berry shade, and it's super, super high shine and really comfortable to wear on the lips. This is a second option if you want a little bit more color but you don't want a full-on lipstick. If a full-on lipstick is what you are looking for, then you can go in with the lip color. I have mine in the shade Cream. This is the most nude shade that they offer in the line. It is an amazing matte lipstick. It's so comfortable on the lips, and I love this shade. It's such a great nude. It has kind of mauve-y but also peachy undertones, which are going to suit every single skin tone possible. So this here is the final look. Again, this is completely using Milk Cosmetics, give or take a couple products. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Leave a comment down below for me and let me know what you think about the look and the products. And if you try any of the Milk line, let me know what you tried and what you thought about it, because I'm really curious to see what you guys think. It's a really cool, innovative line, but I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but I'm curious. So let me know in the comments down below. But until my next video, thank you guys as always so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys!